The look. The look. The look. The look. All right. Look. Pale yellow with a decent white head of foam that stays put forever. Smell. Citrus, hops, dry grass. A little spicy. Taste. Dry and bitter, but balanced by an herbal sweetness. Mouthfeel. Creamy and minimal carbonation. Overall, well, I'm not much of a Pilsner drinker. This is incredibly refreshing and easy to sip. That review was courtesy of Shitoryu12. I don't know how to say it.
Oh, okay. So we did something a little bit twisted this time. We went to the Beer Advocate score at the very beginning. The boys were a little bit twisted. We're a little bit off our rockers. And we're back on the live stream.
Oh, God.
I'll put it on me.
Okay. Do you think this will make for a worse podcast if we're on the live stream? I forgot we had separate cans.
That's the experiment. Why not experiment?
Because this is going out to the wild.
Well, I know it's going out to the wild. Here, let me set up the live stream here. We'll get both of us in on this. We'll destroy the connection in the process. I don't think I can. I don't think I can get both of us in on this. Pathetic. Let's just skip past it. We're drinking. So we did something a little bit twisted. We did a Beer Advocate score in the very beginning. We're drinking. Now we're drinking the beer afterward. After we got. Remember the very first episode we said we were going to go by qualities like mouthfeel and all that bullshit.
It's a callback. It's a callback. It's a callback.
Dance. It's a callback.
It's a callback.
We
Here,
have.
Let me put a shirt on so listeners think it's a different episode.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Good point. So Nick stepped away. He's going to put a plaid shirt on because we're in Seattle. Now that you got the description of the beer, the reason that we want to do it this way is because this is one of my favorite pilsners.
No one's ever watched me dress before.
Nick is doing the minion dance over there. I recently had this beer. I came across it.
Oops, missed a couple buttons.
I came across it at Chuck's Hop Shop last week, Seattle institution, and was immediately smitten. It was love at first sight. And you were reading the review. It got me jonesing for it. When I cracked it and took a sip, the sip was every bit as good as I remember. This is a Victory Brewing Prima Pils. This is highly reviewed. What we read the BA thing. What was the BA
overall
review
score is 4.02 out of 5, or exceptional.
Yeah.
Hey, if 80% was exceptional, I'd be in Harvard right now.
I think it's a good time to end the live stream. But I do think it's exceptional. We got this. I usually don't when I go to Chuck's. They have a lot of different types of beers. They have super hoppy stuff. They have interesting flavors.
Lot of beers.
They have like fruity beers, all sorts of stuff. And it was the summer, and I was like, I just want a Pils. And I got what I thought was the best graphic design.
Give me my pills, Dad.
Yeah, just throw the pills in. I got what I thought was the best graphic design, and took a sip of this thing, and immediately thought, this Cold Cans Nation has to be exposed.
You were Alex Jonesin for it.
I was Alex Jonesin for it. I said, Sandy Hook, did we prove that there were any deaths actually at Sandy Hook? And then @Jack said, it's fine, stay on Twitter, you're not doing anything malicious. It's our policy, he said, as if he's not the one who fucking controls the policy of Twitter.
I want to speak to his manager.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll take care of this.
Exactly. But anyway, I was chosen for it. I loved it. I wanted to bring it on the show. Victory Brewing is a company that started in 1996 in Downingtown, Pennsylvania. Its main brands are Hop Devil, Prima Pils, Headwaters Pale, Golden Monkey, Dirt Wolf, and Storm King.
And Burp Lager.
Yeah, it got me a little burpy. Distributed in 34 states and 9 countries, so it's growing rapidly for a brewery that's only about 20 years old. Yeah. The brewery uses an automated energy recovery 50 BBL system designed and manufactured by German engineering.
Tell you what's automated energy recovery. My digestive tract. I guess that implies I eat my own shit.
Yeah, it does. It does. It implies that you're perfectly well. If you were perfectly efficient, you wouldn't shit at all.
Right.
But yeah, you're self-sustaining.
Human centipede myself. Yeah.
you can persist on human centipede yourself, and that's effectively how Prima does its brewing. But so it's really highly reviewed. This Pils won Best Pilsner in 2010 and 2011.
Wow.
And at that time, it was very local. That was the Philly Beer Scene Awards. But it went on to the United States Beer Tasting Championship and won Grand Champion from 2002 to 2005 and in 2013.
Wow.
Prima Pils. So it's highly regarded. And from the first sip, we have had lots of Pilsners on this podcast. A lot of them were mass market, deplorable type stuff. We had Foster's last week that I liked a lot, but that was a lager. The Pilsner here has every quality to it perfect. Has a bit of hop in it. It has it's very drinkable in nature, but also very sippable. It would be good on a rainy day. It's perfect on a summer day. It has a good amount of alcohol content for a Pilsner. What is it? 5.3% ABV. Very solid, very reasonable.
Very. Let me read this can here. Heaps of hops are hiding under the full frothy head of this elegant Pils. German malt subtleties linger beneath the long, dry finish of this classic quencher.
Yeah, that's a great way
Good.
That's good
stuff.
copy. Yeah.
Then the overall description is Prima. It's a German exclamation of joy. It's a recognition of accomplishment. It's what escaped from our lips the first time we sampled this mighty Pilsner recipe.
Why did they say German exclamation of joy? Oh, because Prima is
Prima, yeah.
And
then they end
use
it by
German
saying
technology.
Prost.
interesting.
In theory, it's a German style brewing process.
So
or something?
it's a German Pilsner, yes, with whole flour, European hops, and German malts. That's what's in the Prima Pils. I think the German beer standards are reflected in in this small brewery that has expanded quickly.
What are those called again?
The brewery? It's Victory Brewing Company.
No, the German brewing standards.
I don't know. You have to do a quick Google research session.
I'm gonna do a little Reinheitsgebot.
Mm-hmm. Those are the German standards.
Mm-hmm.
That
was my grandfather's name as well.
Are you learning anything about the German? Do you have anything to bring to the table here?
Well, that's German brewing standards, right? Where it's only 4 ingredients or whatever. German beer purity law.
German beer purity law, yeah. But I think it's bringing...
I love German purity laws.
I know. We've done that a couple of times in the show. I think it's bringing those standards to this beer. And I don't think you can get your hands on that in America without, like, spending quite a bit or getting, like, a specialty beer from, like, the specialty aisle. But this is an American company brewing beers with that kind of level of quality and bothering to adhere to those standards. A lot of breweries, I don't even think they don't bother to do it. They're doing their own thing. American stuff like wine, Americans kind of are pushing, they're doing super hoppy stuff or crazy fruit beers, things like that. That's what our craft beer scene does.
Yeah.
Victory's like, we're going to emulate what they've been doing in Germany. They're doing something right. And Victory's doing something right. I'm a big fan.
It's good. Most of all, I like the serving suggestion they give online. They say, drink quickly, not allowing the beer to warm much.
Ah, so that's interesting. Like, why is it... Because isn't that a German standard that it's okay to let it warm? Or is that a myth?
I don't know.
No, shit. We should know these things.
Oh, yeah, we're the experts.
Yeah,
Expert
we're the
reviews.
But I think the true test for this beer, and this is why I got out the live stream, is does it hold
We're
up?
streaming?
Does it hold up to a parable or terrible?
Oh, yeah, P or T.
So what we have here, we have Spitz. Hold on, I'm gonna get a screenshot. Give me it. Okay, we have a Spitz pumpkin seed.
These are Canadian purchased, by the way. I snuck them across the border.
Oh, you naughty dog, you. These are just pumpkin seeds.
Pumpkin
Spitz
seeds
is traditionally
seasoned.
sunflower seed brand, but we're eating pumpkin seeds here. I think that it's a standard snack, but one built with quality. much like the victory beer we
boy.
have. What? You don't like that?
Here's Joe. What is it called? Shoehorning it in.
Yeah. Well, look. Someone's got to fucking pull the weight, right?
Yeah, our listeners depend on these concise themes in every episode.
So here, get a good look at these Spitz sunflower seeds. Get a good look. Oop. And we're going to try them out here.
Hey, podcast listeners, feel like you're missing out? Well, tune into the live stream once in a while, why don't you?
It's a big thing we're doing. All right. Spitz.
First of all, do you like pumpkin seeds?
I mean,
Generally?
It's
Because
a
they are a
fall
little
snack
bit
to me.
different.
it seems very
Right.
specific to fall, so it's kind of strange to be eating it in the heat. But
Right.
I think it goes well with this beer.
It does. Salty. Seasoning is like onion. Yeah. Salt, sugar, spice, dehydrated onion, and garlic. And a bit of a natural proprietary blend.
Oh, a little naughty blend. I think it was very pairable. Did you try it out?
Yeah, I like it. I like pumpkin seeds.
Very
They have a
pairable indeed.
unique texture to them. They're harder to chew than sunflower seeds. They don't turn into like a butter in your mouth. Right
Yeah,
away.
that's I think what's always turned me off about them. I always thought that was because I was making them homemade and making them incorrectly.
Oh, okay.
I was like, oh, this thing's like not ready yet. It's not crisp, but it's also not buttery.
To say that I do like to crisp them up more than these are. Like to really, fry them, roast them in the oven.
Right.
Then they're just really crunchy, buttery, delightful.
Yeah, but these didn't quite hold up. But that said, they pair well with this German Pils.
They do. The Canadians and Germans back together again.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's very pairable. Pairable.
All right, thanks for tuning in. See you next week.
Nom.
Nom, 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 nom.
Where did you come up with Canadians? This is a Canadian product, but just because you bought it in Canada?
I bought
this
it-
isn't necessarily a Canadian product.
No, I bought it in Canada. And it has French,
Sure, but it's
French on it. See that,
Oh, yeah.
listeners?
That's how you know something's Canadian. Assassinats.
It said it was imported, but Spitz International is based out of Alberta, this says. So, go reevaluate your worldview, Joe.
Huh. I've never seen something like it. Live stream, we just had Casey join. He says, hi, Joe 9.
Okay, we got one on.
Yeah, Casey, we got one on. We're tying
Got one on the
Casey. Here's to you, buddy. All right. Oh, that's pairable. And I think
Yeah,
that
very
this
pairable.
beer stands. I think this beer stands alone and stands up to the pairing of food. I think that we should rock it right through to the mailbag, and then
Really?
get to our rankings. Yeah.
How
Well, what
long
else
have
do
we
you have
been
to say about
recording?
it?
12 minutes.
We've been on.
I
for
was going to
14
ask you
minutes.
about your life, Joe. I have to talk about my pathetic
Okay.
life on every goddamn episode.
You wanna ask me
Pardon my
about mine?
language, Lord on high. Yeah, what have you been up to lately? Weight-wise.
Well, I try to float around 200, and I got to be honest, I'm a little bit over it right now.
yeah?
Yeah, I'm trying to work out, but the working out thing doesn't necessarily cut weight. It just makes you feel better.
Right.
And then
Who
that's
needs that?
Yeah, well, that's all I'm kind of going for. I don't need this.
Nothing tastes as good as skinny feels.
Yeah, I don't know. My life is kind of feels like it's in a bit of a holding pattern.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've been doing some writing. Finished
Horseback riding?
Finished up on a project. Yeah, some riding. Or I finished up on the project where I was doing a bunch of horseback riding.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
And that wrapped up, so that's done. That was hard on the hip flexors.
Sure.
No, doing some writing. Finished up on a project with that. That's kind of sitting in no man's land at the moment, seeing if that'll go somewhere.
Cool.
Career-wise, it's just
What did you
kinda-
write? Do you want to share or do you want to wait to share?
I think I'd wait.
I don't want
share.
to. Yeah, I don't want to make it seem like I don't care to prod farther because I want to get deep with this guy.
I know.
But I
I-
want to respect the privacy.
I wrote a bit of science fiction, and I don't know if it's any good, but I'm currently working with an editor out
Nice.
of London. And he's
London.
yes, and he's a very nice guy, and he's going through the thing, and we'll see how it can be improved. But it needs to be improved quite a bit. Been doing this for about a year and a half.
You should
and
get some
it's-
beer suggestions from him.
It's very terrifying. Yeah, he should be on the pod. That would be fun.
That'd be fun. Have
That
you
would be
talked to him
very
on the
cool.
phone?
Not yet. So
Over
we've just
email?
been going over email. But he's a super nice guy. He seems to be energized by the idea, and that's really cool.
Nice.
But I have no idea if it'll go anywhere, so I'm kind of keeping it mum and not trying to get too high or too low about it. Casey's been commenting. He says he wants to have a beer, and he asked if it's a Kingsman. It is. Yeah, he's part of the Kingsman fictional clan. Casey.
Yeah. He's Colin Firth.
He's Colin Firth. But other than that, it feels like I'm in a bit of a holding pattern. Yet spin. And I don't know. I don't know about that.
In life, in work, overall?
I think in overall, I think that the problem is it's just it's summer, and so projects kind of go on hold.
Summer.
Yeah, God, it feels like summer,
Mhm.
and projects just kind of go on holding patterns, and you have to be able to be okay with being kind of just happy and present and hanging out and going on floating trips and going to cabins and drinking beer and just enjoying summer. But there's something like ticking inside me where I can't. I'm
Really?
always like, what's next? What's wrong? I don't know why I can't just enjoy like.
What do you think got you to
lounging.
that point? When's the last
don't know.
time you were able to enjoy the present, Joe? Consistently.
I do in moments. I'll be sitting there. I'll go, fucking, I'm very happy. Or I won't even realize I'm happy. That's when you really know you're enjoying it. You're not
Sure.
self-consciously thinking about it. I'll look back on it and go, wow, that was a perfect day. My mother-in-law was in town recently. We went out to an island off the coast of Seattle, and it was a perfect day. We had a couple beers, and we were just sitting there soaking in the sun. It was good.
Nice.
But so I have those moments I can reflect on them, but then when I put things in the big picture, I find it hard to feel like I'm making any progress in the summer. And it's very I don't know if that's just like a weird like spoiled or
Yeah. Well,
I
it's
don't know.
like, do you feel pressure to accomplish things constantly? Like, is
I
it
think
outside
so.
pressure or something?
I keep thinking like, what's the plan? What's
Sure.
what's next? And I don't know. I don't know what that answer is, and I especially don't in the summer when I'm working towards something. I go, okay, plan is getting there.
Yeah.
Like I said, I just finished up this writing project. We're doing cool stuff at the studio, but I never know like what, like, I don't know. I'm always thinking about what am I on that plan, and in the summer it just feels like I'm hanging out, and that's good. But
Right.
but I guess it makes me feel anxious, so I don't know.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, I think that's sort of like a knowledge or acknowledgement that the time is going to come where this is all going to go away. The like
Yeah,
being able to, take work off early and go get a beer or go float in a lake for an entire Saturday.
yeah.
Maybe that's what it is. It's just knowledge that that's not always going to be there.
But isn't that life? Is that just a fear of our own mortality? Like,
well, yeah.
Is that ever going to go away?
That's
then?
what I'm saying. Well, I think it can if you like allow it to, like if you allow yourself to be present. But I do get that to be more successful in the times where the present is not fun, you need to have a certain mindset that maybe takes away from the enjoyment you would get in the present in the
Right.
times where it is nice to be present. So that,
Yeah,
I guess it's finding the balance between those two things.
It's finding the balance. I think in and of itself, acknowledging that I need to be present takes me out of being present.
Mm.
Because then I'm thinking at a meta level about like, am I enjoying myself? And that's
Does that
fucked
say
up.
you need to prioritize things in life more or like find out the things you do actually want to be present for?
I don't think it's even saying something that deep. I think it's just saying maybe the thing that I enjoy is the struggle. I think that we have to overcome.
Mein
We all
Kampf.
have to go through. Oh boy. I think we all have to, you have to go through the second act to get to the third act, but then you do, and the movie ends, and everybody's happy, and then you go, "What? When are they going to make a sequel? Because it's over now."
Curtains are
that's-
closed.
That's kind of life, yeah. And I think the struggle means that the end isn't near, and therefore I'm working towards something, and I think that journey is the thing that I like to do. And in the summer, it feels like that all gets put on hold. So while I should just justifiably enjoy just fucking hanging out, and I do, it's always like going through my mind. Like, am I actually trying to get into where I want to be?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel that sometimes. And it sucks. I don't want to feel that way.
Yeah, I don't either. Like,
I think it's, yeah,
is social
it's letting,
media doing it? Is the internet
right,
doing
I was going
that?
to say,
Like,
I think it's letting outside pressures get to us and thinking that things outside of the things that make us just like feel fulfilled or have fun with people, connect with people.
yeah.
It's feeling like we need something beyond that, which is
Right.
not necessarily true. But I think our
Well,
mind
maybe-
always goes to those down moments where we don't have that. And then you're like, oh, I want all this other stuff to be true.
Right.
And so it's a good impulse because you're willing to work for that stuff to get all that other stuff.
But that can't be all
that
there
can
is.
sustain you. Right.
But I think,
and it shouldn't steal from your enjoyment of the like truly human things of connecting with another person.
Right. But I think that like we always go back to like technology and the internet. Like this fucking, we're live streaming, we're making a show and stuff. The whole thing about that is that it like we're more aware than we've ever been about everything else that's going on.
Yeah, way too aware.
Which means that we can't. What we're doing is never good enough because I can look on my phone and something else is going on somewhere else. And so then I have to be discontent with the thing that I am doing because I'm not in touch with that thing. And if we just weren't aware of everything that's happening, we would maybe be, again, more local, more content with the stuff that's going on around us.
Yeah.
And I think maybe that the anxieties kind of come from that, from being I need to get the likes, I need the hearts. Casey just hearted. He hearted 62 times. I need more than that. Why didn't he heart 67 times? And I can't just enjoy like being there. And I think the summer exacerbates that a little bit. I don't know why, but I also love the summer. I feel like it's like I can't. You got to complain. Like it's always like it's gloomy out in the winter. I can't wait till the summer, and the summer's here, and I don't know what to do with it. I'm a dog that caught its own tail. Like, what the fuck am I going to do with it?
Sure.
The struggle is everything. The chase. Anyway, Victory beer is good.
It is good, and that's what we can enjoy in this moment. It was a good beer. I finished it.
Yeah, I haven't finished it
yet.
yet.
Yeah, my trend has been finishing beers well before recording and stuff.
Yeah.
That says something about my life.
Oh, I don't even know what to feel about my life now.
I'm glad we talked that out. Thank you
struggle?
for opening up the kilt and letting... I mean, it doesn't have to be a struggle. I mean, by all accounts... And, well, I shouldn't even say that because it doesn't matter what the outside world thinks of your life.
That's not even what my concern is.
Well, I mean, it is in some way. You're influenced by some kind of outside pressure or some kind of outside expectation.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you wouldn't be worried about all the connectivity and stuff.
Otherwise,
but I think that's what does it to
podcast.
us. Right. Yeah. This is only for me. No, I think maybe there's a sweet spot of being aware of things because obviously it's positive to be aware of things to a certain extent, like the climate change and stuff like that.
Right.
It's good to be aware of that, but are we past the point of that being productive? Like we're so aware of everything going on at once.
We get it. We are aware of it.
That's why our president can do things that past presidents would have been impeached for 1,000 times already.
Yeah.
And everyone just doesn't care because we have so much else to worry about, so much else going on.
Stimulation overload.
Yeah, and nothing means anything.
Right, until we can sleep. It's the only time you can reflect.
Right, until I take enough pills that I can fall asleep.
Close your eyes. Well, look, or take enough pilsners until you forget about it all. All right. Well, I think we hit on something there then. We do the minion dance. We do the minion. We do the minion dance.
Thanks for tuning into the live stream, Casey.
Yeah, and I think I want to move to a segment on this one. The segment should be you have your phone out.
I'm connected, Joe. I stay connected.
I think it's called
Stay
Casey.
Connected, Joe. I stay connected.
I want to see if Casey is what he believes to be. Is he able to be present? Does he feel a consciousness overload? Or what does he believe with regards to this? So we're going to dial Casey up quick on Nick's phone. We'll see if this comes through on the
Let's see if he's blocked my number yet.
I don't hear anything.
It's calling, Joe. Give it time.
There we go. He was just tuned in on the live streams. Yeah, Brian, get on it.
He's probably on his desktop on the live stream.
Yeah, he might be.
Casey, what's happening? This is Cold Cans Podcast live from the studio. Where are you?
I'm in Chilton, Wisconsin, currently.
Chilton?
What are you doing in Chilton?
Slinging Spectrum.
Oh, slinging Spectrum. So for the listeners, Casey's a Spectrum salesman. He goes door to door and he slings it.
Charter, Spectrum, Internet, and Voice. TV's not your only choice. Hey,
we do the minion dance.
Casey,
Yeah,
you got it down. You got it down 1 second here, though, because my supervisor's calling me. To be honest, I'm not going to hang up. I'm not going to be hanging up. I'm not going to hang up on you guys, but I do have a bone to pick.
You got a bone to pick?
So,
all right, we'll fill time. You let us know when you're back.
No, I'm here. I'm not.
Answer your supervisor, Casey. You're gonna get fired.
Oh, I lost service with her, and then you called, so I decided to answer your phone call instead.
Well, what's your bone to pick? What's your axe to grind?
Okay, so if you guys are gonna do the Periscope thing,
yeah,
I don't want to be watching one Periscope, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, be sitting there, and all of a sudden this thing loops back around, and I don't realize that I'm watching the replay.
Oh,
and then
no.
to realize that you guys are already starting a new live on some other Periscope.
Well, I think our connection down here, look, this is an experiment.
We're figuring it out.
We're figuring it out. The connection down here broke, and then I had to rejoin the Periscope, and then...
Casey criticizing something new? Who would have thought?
Oh, now... This sounds like a bone to pick from Nick to Casey about the beard. He's not happy about your criticisms of the beard.
It was something new.
My supervisor continues to keep calling me.
You should fucking answer. You're going to get fired.
She wants to tell you how great new beards are.
No, so what beer are we talking about here now?
We drank Foster's last week, which was about an hour ago live in the real world.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And this week we're drinking Prima Pils from Victory. You should try it out. It's distributed around you. It's one of the best pilsners I've ever had, and that will be reflected in the rankings.
I'm pissed because I was going to go in. I was at the gas station listening to you guys the Foster one, and I was watching them. I was like, I just saw Foster, and I was gonna go in there and just start pounding one in the parking lot like I was supposed to do about a year and a half ago.
Well,
that's true. Boots on ground.
I'll tell you what,
fucking immobile.
Right now, go pound one in the parking lot. Take it on video. Let us know what you think, and we'll post it.
After you've parked at home safely.
But yeah, park at home safely and. Stop talking to us and talk to your supervisor. Don't get fired for cold cans.
This is his creative pursuit, Joey.
That's true.
Well, I was thinking this is going to be a good way to go because I thought there was maybe an opening over there at well, I guess you guys got booted from Cloud Studio, so
No, we're back. We're back in the studio, baby. It was just temporary. There's an opening anytime for you. You come out to Seattle and the opening is there.
All right, fuck it then. I'll just never answer my supervisor's call again. I'll just blackball her. Never answer a call, and I'll just leave.
It's a 28-hour drive. See you.
We'll
Friday.
see you tomorrow. Then we'll see you Friday. That's perfect. We'll drink a couple Fosters.
All right, sounds good. I'm gonna have to go get some Fosters for some fuel here, and I'll send it over to you guys.
All right, please do. Send it our way. All right, Casey, we're gonna let you go. Love you very much. Talk to you soon.
Have a good one, buddy.
All right, later, guys.
Bye.
All right, we're going to get his thoughts on Foster's later. Let's get back to Victory, Prima Pils. Let's move into the rankings section.
Rankings. Heard of them?
So I know I got all randy last week about ranking Foster's really high. But I'm going to do it again this week because I think
I threw some ice cold water right on your balls.
You did, and it felt so good. No, I'm actually happy with where it landed. I think I was overreacting. But as I said before, my history with this one is I bought this because I thought the graphic design was cool, and I took a drink and went, holy shit, this is one of the best Pilsners I've ever had. I really do think this belongs in cream of the crop, but I want to get your take on that.
I think it is a good tasting beer. I don't love Pilsners overall.
Why?
There's just too much hoppiness for me. I don't like hops at all.
Okay.
But it's a good beer. It's a drinkable beer. Yeah, I don't care about putting in cream of the crop. That's fine.
Oh, okay. Well,
I have no special connection to it. I didn't discover it. I'm merely a secondhand piece of shit.
Well, don't believe that. You know what matters? It matters the little moments. You grab them. That's the presence that you need. Don't worry about what's next. And I think that. Well, for me, I have this at 6. I have this below Rodenbach Grand Cru, but above Sierra Nevada Hazy Little Thing.
Sure.
Oh, you're good with that?
Sure.
All right.
Hazy IPAs are out. Pilsners are in.
According to your Elysian friend. Maybe that was last week.
That was last week.
All right, well.
But it remains true to this
everybody
day.
out there, yeah, whether you're last week or you're in the middle of this week, all us at Cold Cans Nations, all we want is for Cold Cans Nations to be there, to be present. Don't worry about what's next.
No.
Much like Casey, ignore your fucking supervisor. Go get that Foster's. Take that 28-hour drive to Seattle. Just be there. And every week we sign off with this with this common message. Chili, chili. Dance. We do the minion. We do the minion dance. Because my name's Joey Glock, and I'm here to say I'm going to rap this beat in a very fine way. I just spelled out my heart for you, and I don't think it was a good deal. I didn't have a clue. I'm scared that I said all that. I don't think it was therapeutic for me. But here's what I'll say. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll be here next week.